today I'm gonna show you guys something here about how do we deal with trees that are infected. When do you know when it's too late and just yank the tree out, don't spend any money or any time on it, and just replant one? So in front of me right now is a tree that's exactly that way. It's too late, and the way it looks, it's something I've learned over the years that there's no saving it. It's gone. The infection's in the root, and once it goes to the root, that's it. It's countdown. All right, guys. So which one of these trees are different? Yeah, you can see it right out the bat, right? That second one right there. So once the trees start looking like this, that's it. It's countdown. So the leaves are drooping, the end of the stems ain't growing, and the infection is right down here. So we do have a way to deal with the tree that has infection. If you catch it soon enough, you can save it. But with this one here, it's too late because it's coming up from the root up. Another way to check, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, is by simply just pushing on the tree. I'm gonna push on this and watch it go rock back and forth. Can you see that? It's rocking right now. It's real easy to push. Maybe it's a little better up here. Yeah, there we go. Real easy to go back and forth. Look at that. Okay. What that tells us is the root is bad. That's how you can check right away. It's coming from the root. The root's dying, and that's why it's doing that. Now I'll go to a healthy tree here. Okay. I'm pushing on it. It ain't going nowhere. Moving a little bit, but nothing like the other one. It's not even rocking. Now this one has had infection in the past, and the way we deal with it is we literally just cut out the bark, okay, and extract it. It's like, you got to look at it like a cancer or a tumor. If you go to the doctors, they're going to cut it out, and they're going to cut out a little farther than necessary to get it all out. And then we treat it with an antifungal, and then we put this other thing on here to make it dry up. And I'll share the name of the antifungal with you. Yeah, so, but if it comes up from the ground, guys, and it starts from the root and it works its way up, it's pretty much, it's a goner. So, yeah, let's go back to over here. So we're about to take this tree out, and after we take this tree out, we'll go ahead and we'll go to another tree on the other farm, and I'll show you how we're going to save it, because the infection is not in the root, and so we're going to be able to save it. All right, guys, I've got the workers bringing the tractor over, and what I like to do is, we got a big tow rope. We just like to tie around the base of the tree and just yank that sucker out. That's how we just get it out. Got the hitch. Yeah, guys, so we go ahead and we I've got a hitch for the tractor, and our tow rope will just go right to that. They'll just loop that through there. We've got this all set up just for yanking out trees. Works good. The type of tractor, I got a 40 HP Kubota, and maybe I slaughtered the name of the tractor, but anyways, Kubota, whatever it may be. But yeah, so that's a 40 HP. It is 4x4, it does a good job. All right, so got the wife over here chewing on corn. That cow meal? Yeah, nice and thick. Shy, camera shy. All right. There we go. So we're gonna yank this out, guys. And once we yank it out, we'll go over to the other farm. We'll show you how we cut the bark out, cut the infection out when we can. I've got plenty of examples I can show you, but they're two real big trees that I've saved. We may have to tie the rope up a little higher. Normally with a tree this big, If it's down too low, it won't yank it, but we'll check it. We'll see what happens here. All right, there you go. Look how weak that root was. See? If that was a healthy tree, that wouldn't have come out that easy. There you go. See the blackness on the root? That's your chera, that discoloration. That's infection in the root. Coming down into the hole. Yeah, you can see it. That's all infected right there. It's all infected. That purple mark. It's all infected root. Over here looks to be somewhat okay. Actually, no, you can see that that vein, that discoloration. So yeah, that's a fungal infection. So guys, when you see a tree looking like that, it's because it's in the root. And as you can see, you know, it's in the root, right? All right, guys, we ain't heading over there so soon. Wife just told me the boys are going to be hooking up the tractor. We're going to be spreading gypsum and a little bit of fertilizer today. That's my dog, Wheatley. Almost a year now. Anyways, so I've got a bucket. We went ahead and made it. Connects to the back here. Made all metal. And we just go ahead and throw the fertilized bags in the back or the gypsum in the back. And as we're going through the farm, the guys just take it right off the back of the tractor and throw it on each tree. And today we'll be throwing gypsum down, which controls the pH, and it has some minerals in it too that are good for the trees. And the reason why we throw the pH is because when you throw ground fertilizer, it actually lowers the pH and makes it more susceptible to that disease that attacks the roots in that chera, right, the fungi. And so when they throw that on there, it's going to raise the pH. Right now my pH is right around 6, but if you're using too much ground fertilizer, you definitely gotta use gypsum to raise your pH back up. Get it back up over 6 is ideal. So we're gonna throw it on all these trees here, including this farm here today. And when they're done with that, we'll go ahead and throw ground fertilizer. But as far as the amount of gypsum per tree, we're gonna go ahead and disperse 1 kilo of gypsum around this tree here. Okay, around both the trees. Even if it's one tree, it's 1 kilo, but we'll go ahead and throw it. And we just shotgun it. We'll just disperse it, throw it all over wherever the root's laying. The same way we throw fertilizer, we just shotgun it and put it around. So when they're done with the gypsum, we'll come back around. And if it's one tree, we'll put a ½ kilo. But if it's 2 trees, we put 1 kilo for both of them. All right, guys. As far as the gypsum I use, it's in Thai, but this is the brand I'm using. Okay. That's the front of the bag, and there's some contact details right there, line info on that. So if you guys see that and you're in Thailand, you want to try to get a hold of these guys, there it is. Comes in 25 kilo bags. You can see they really specialize in durian. I'll go ahead and I'll flick this bag over. See what it says at the back side. Any of you guys in Thailand that want to use this, here it is, man. There's the price right there. Sorry for pointing with my toes, but yeah, 350 baht a bag. And that's like usage amount. They're saying like 300 grams per tree, but of course we're putting more. And that's everything it has in it. It's got zinc, just everything on there. All those minerals that it's displayed on that little tree there, that's it. So it's more than just gypsum. It does a lot for the tree. It's got a lot of minerals in there. Now, as far as my fertilize, at this point, since it's after fruiting, pick the fruits, we want to go ahead and flush the leaves out. So we use a 2577, which is through Yara. Again, in Thailand, I'm not sure if it's in Indonesia or other countries, but it's a premium brand, trusted brand here in Thailand, and it works really well. So we're going to be applying this also. Like I said, we're going to do just a ½ kilo per tree, or if it's double tree, we'll go ahead and disperse a solid kilo around the whole tree. Hey, you about done? We need to head on over to that other farm so we can show the subscribers how to save a tree when it's infected.
I need to show them how to throw the gypsum and the fertilizer.
You want to show them how to throw the gypsum and fertilize first?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll we'll just get them started and then we'll get going, right? All right, we'll show all the subscribers that too. You gonna feed your chickens, your Sussex? Here, let's go check on the eggs, guys, while we're waiting. All right, boys and girls. They've been fed good this morning. Let's see who's in the box. Yeah, she's laying on her chicken eggs. Look at that. Here's her other basket. Loaded up with eggs, and for some reason she pushed one to the side. Maybe it's not good. Anyways, watch out, guys. Let's get out of here. The other day one kicked me. That didn't feel good. Yeah, so I got a greenhouse with this place too, guys. Take a look. Yeah, when I made this, I made it with a warehouse in the middle and then a greenhouse at the other end, and left the chickens. Yeah, here we are. Here's the warehouse right in the middle. Chickens are on the other side of that. We've got some building supplies here. Got some rebar, windows. We grew tomatoes, and that's really my thing, the greenhouse. And when I got injured, yeah, well, we didn't have time for it. So we're gonna go clean it up and get going again on it. So yeah, I've got a fiberglass roof that we put in here, and I use aluminum screening throughout to keep all the bugs out. Works pretty darn good. All right, it looks like they're ready. Let's go do it. You want to use that gypsum that we got over there first?
This one only 6 bags over there.
Okay. So what's the name of this one here? I forget the name again. Say it again. Dolomite. Okay, guys. So another way to control your pH is using dolomite. And this is the company that I use to get my dolomite from. It's a bit cheaper, but it's extremely powdery. So you could actually put it into a fertilization system, put it in and pump it out. Yeah, you can put it in a fertilization system and send it out to your farm. I've did that in the past. But when you pump it, when you put it into your mixing tank, you got to sit there and just keep it agitated. Otherwise, it tends to settle to the bottom. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Beautiful day here today. Look at this view I've got. Yeah, so this is the view I've got from my house, my little shed here. Eventually, we will be putting a house here. No rush. That injury really delayed things. Got my bananas. Yeah. Living the dream, boys. Living the dream. You need help with that? You can do it, all right. Well, let the boys do it. Tell you guys, my wife's a solid woman. She's a workhorse. She's a champ. Rushed me to the hospital too. She can drive. Not that great, but she can. All right, here comes Ott. Just let Ott grab it. And mine. And load that gypsum up too in front. Yeah, she won't take no for an answer. So that's the front of the bag, guys. Got some magnesium and stuff in it too, MG. There you go. All right, guys, they're done loading up the dolomite. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the gypsum. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of work. Farm like this, ton of work. Got the wife, you know, and the workers. Of course, I don't work. I don't do anything on the farm except point stuff out. I don't like it. But especially after my accident, I can't really lift anything. Yeah, that's my excuse for the next 10 years. I can't lift anything. Yep. Let's milk it. All right, guys, we're gonna load up the other stuff. All right, guys, we've only got 4 bags of gypsum, and with the other product, I think we've got enough to do what we need to do today, hopefully. If not, we got to go pick up a couple more bags. But if we have enough time, if they're done with this, then we're going to go ahead and throw down the fertilize too. So, getting there. Oh, the bag is open on the side though. There it is. So I got the wife here explaining to the guys what to do here. It's how she does it. Takes 1 kilo and she spreads it around. Make sure they're watching you, T. Have them do this one. Yeah. So on the farm when we're doing things, even though I've showed them before, we just like re-showing them just so it's done right. I've noticed in the past where they tend to fall back doing it their own little way, and it may not be the correct way for what we're looking for. So, all right. Show us how you're gonna do it, Ott. Long do. No let. อ๋อเสร็จแล้วดีมาก oh ทำดี All right, guys, so we're taking the bike, but I've taken the mirrors off since it about killed me last time, and I am only driving on the road. I will not go in the dirt with this bike. All right, guys, here we go. Let me know in the comments, guys, if this is stupid for me to ride a bike again after almost dying from one of these things. But I think it's okay, but I got to be real careful. That's all. All right, guys, we're here. We are here. Here at the family farms. Hey guys, if you ever hear me say my farm or anything like that, you know, some guys will make in the comments like, you can't own land in Thailand, and they just get all weirded out and stuff. I get all these weird comments, which is true, you know, but if you got a Thai wife, it can go in the family's name, you know, so it's in my beautiful wife's name. We've been married over 20 years, and you know, so just to resolve that issue. We've got that tree right over here that has the issue. I'm going to show you other trees we saved on this farm already by cutting out the infected bark. And we'll just look at this one right quick. Now, of course, it's a really big tree, guys, you know, so you can't just shake it like I did before. But here we had an issue of that chair infection. We just cut it out and it stops it in its tracks. Here too, that issue here, it's gone. Same thing over here. We had an issue and it's gone. It didn't spread anymore. We found, we were taught in the beginning to scrape it, and scraping it just didn't work. The infection continued. So you got to really dig it out is what you got to do. So I'm gonna walk on over here. I've got a couple trees. You know, that's one we're started working on already, but I'm going to show you trees that we didn't get to soon enough, and we did not scrape, or we started scraping, not scrape, we were scraping in the beginning, and then we started cutting out, and when we saved it, and let me flick this camera around. I'm right in front of one now. So this is one that was too late. It came up from the ground. We know it's in the root, okay? It's there. We should have chiseled out in the beginning. We didn't. And then we end up doing it later. But this tree is sick. and it's going to die. Okay, it's going to die. You can see though where we chiseled out, and it just hasn't spread anymore. It stopped and actually grew back bark. Where was that? And then again, my wife chiseled out where it came and stopped it up here. And the tree is healthy. The leaves look good. It did have a lot of fruit this year. We cut, so it's still producing, but it's still not healthy, and it's still healing itself. Here's another example, guys, where we had chiseled out the bark, and you can see it stop. When you know there's something wrong, you got your infection, it'll be wet and it'll be discolored, and there's no more wet there. Okay, the wetness has stopped. It got down close to the root, but we chiseled it out, and then the wife put an antifungal on it. As you can see, it was bad. I mean, it was bad. Actually, this one here looks like it is a little bit wet still, but we'll check that. We'll have the wife check that. Some of these trees we got to a bit late, but here's the tree we got to on time. And you can see we cut it out. We cut the bark out, and you can see where it's regrowing now. It stopped. It stopped, and it's regrowing. You can see it coming up right there. That's growth. Another one that we cut out last year had infection, and again, it's growing. So we saved this tree. This tree had about 100 durian last year, or this year, sorry, that we just harvested. So let's walk on over here, guys. I'm gonna show you another one, another example of us saving a tree by doing the cutout on it. Beautiful tree here. Same thing. We chiseled out, and it kind of got into here. It started from here, and it was spreading, but you see the bark is now growing back. Okay, we got to this one early, and it's not in the root. Thank goodness. Now we got another one. So this happens. It's quite prevalent. You really have to look at your trees, you know, because this happens. Same thing. We cut it out. It was starting from here, and it just spread, and we cut it. And as you're peeling that bark out, you'll see it'll be discolored underneath, and you got to take it out until there's no more discoloring. And so we stopped it. It's no longer wet, and it's growing out now. See, the bark is now growing out. It lifts up, and then it starts reattaching. So there you go. So guys, it's not possible to get to them every time, but as long as you can get to them, you know, sooner than later, you can save your tree. Okay, but as you can see from that first example, it went into the root, and that's it. Once it's in the root, it's countdown, and you might as well just don't spend any time on it, money. Just get rid of the damn thing. So that's what I've learned. You know, and cutting it out is the best. We've all watched the YouTube videos, and the guy taking care of the infection, there's one guy, he scrapes it, and but he's not scraping it all the way down. And I tried that, but they've died. It never solved it. So eradicating it, cutting it out, like a surgeon's gonna cut out some cancer or tumor on you, same thing, man. You gotta go past it until there's no more sign of it, and then call it good, treat it with antifungal, and you're good to go. Yeah. Hey guys, so just the tools that we use when digging out these the bark in that, we literally have like a pry bar, and it's been sharpened on the ends, and then we use a hammer, you know, to tap on the pry bar to cut around it. And as far as the anti fungal stuff that we use, this is it right here. If you're in Thailand, that's what we use. So after we cut it, we treat it with this. Any type of infection, bug bites or whatever, we'll put this on it, and then we follow up after that goes on, then we'll put this on. And this pretty much dries out the bark. This is from Hyper. Active ingredient, I'm not sure of, but it's the same stuff that the rubber cutters put on to close their cuts at the end of the year. And we just simply put it in here. We'll put the powder in, and then we mix it with this stuff, and we put it right in there. So yeah, that's what we do.